That's how Cowboy fans do it. All the Camp Fandom maniacs out there.
How about them Cowboys?
We walk what I'm calling a Dallas Cowboys corridor. As you can tell, we are at a Cowboys home game. Yes, I understand that we are in Los Angeles, Inglewood, technically SoFi Stadium, but this is basically AT&T West. So follow me this way. We're gonna see if we can find a couple of fans. We are infiltrating enemy territory. The Cowboy fans are doing it right. We got the signage, we got the great food, we got the inflatables. Thoughts on today's game?
We're gonna beat the shit out of them.
Woo! You see this right here? How do you feel about today's game?
We better win, that's all I know.
How do you feel about Dak Prescott after last week's performance?
Dak Prescott has been very consistent with the division. He has took us back-to-back 12-5 seasons. You know what I mean? His winning record is above. You can say what you want about the past 7 years, but on our division, he has been owning it for years.
Are you a Dak rider or are you a Dak hater?
Before he broke his finger, I was a rider. Now, nah. They need to let him go now.
You know Dak Prescott's watching this right now, right? Actually follows the Camp Fan podcast.
Look.
Go!
Let's go, baby! Cowboys Nation, son! Let's go! Cowboys Nation represent! Cowboys Nation represent! Let's go!
Crack 'em if you got them.
Crack 'em if you got 'em, son. All day, every day.
Crack 'em if you got them, Seattle.
Here we are at Lumen Field. And is that a Harry Potter reference? Maybe. I don't know. I've casted a lot of Lumen spells.
Lumen videos.
We want to see Deuce represent. We want to see him repeat. I want some repeats. And I don't need 3 beats if they repeat.
I don't need 3 beats.
I don't need
if
3
they
beats.
repeat.
If they repeat. Let's go.
You don't think we're gonna make the postseason?
Maybe wild card.
So this is
Maybe wild card.
This is where I'm like, I'm good for a good ribbing, but like to say we're not gonna make the postseason, now I can't even argue with you because you've sucked. Oh God.
You know it too. You know it.
Who's your quarterback?
Fucking we got it.
This is our year.
Look at those beers! Look at those beers! Look at those beers! Look at those beers!
Let's go! Let's go, Cowboys! Let's go, baby! Cowboys Nation showing up!
Most pristine athletes in modern history playing in the NFL. Even the offensive linemen are incredibly athletic. I mean, these guys are over 300 pounds and, you know, they can
Not only the size, but the speed of the linemen? Are you kidding
fly
me?
on the field.
You're telling me a guy that's 330 pounds meant to block a guy that's 290 pounds is faster than me? A sporty 240?
High 240. High 240. High 240.
I could beat any one of those guys right now, and I've drank a 6-pack.
What? You're wearing Crocs!
My 40 time is better than any of them.
Erroneous! Erroneous!
Erroneous!
Erroneous on all accounts!
I've never been more sure of anything in my life.
How'd I do?
13-5.
Final quarter, here we go, baby!
CeeDee for the CeeDee, baby!
And I'm going for 2. Woo! I don't know why my safety was just playing off so far.
Tackle him!
Yeah, well, I might be a boomer, but you sound like a pipsqueak. You don't even know how old I am.
No!
You little shit. You didn't win the game, I lost it!
Make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to
Call
get
that a
open
throw?
in key situations.
just got boost on.
Oh, you get that boost. You get that boost.
Crack them if you got them, son.
Crack them if you got them, son.
Crack them if you got them,
son.
I know I say this every time we get a 3 trifecta, but god damn it, those trifectas sound good when they're cracking in your ears.
A midweek crack 'em.
Hey guys, I don't want to rub it in your faces or anything. I'm on vacation mode right now. I'm off for the next couple days.
Vacation Anth just hits a little different.
Vacation Anth just hits a little different. I might be in my ginch in the next 10 minutes, feet up.
Just surfing.
Twirling my nipples.
Are you going to wear a Speedo out there at all?
I was thinking about it. I was thinking to get in a Speedo. I was thinking because my fantasy football name, as you guys know, has been Star to Snakes for a long time. I was thinking of getting a snake Speedo. I just never went through
Are
with it,
you
so.
going to, and I think you have to, you need to go to the NFL store that they have there where they have like all team
and just piss
paraphernalia.
on everything?
Yeah.
No, to get a certain paraphernalia that we're looking for.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Wipe your ass on a Eagle shirt.
Just
wipe-
dirty Vegas strip ass.
I thought this was free toilet paper. I thought this was free toilet paper.
The Sheagles, am I right? The Sheagles, am I right?
Okay, well, so it's football related. Your vacation is a football related vacation.
Yep.
Break it down a little bit.
We're heading down with the fantasy football league that I've been a part of. I don't know for
a lot less than the main league.
Yeah, but you guys have been pussified and never wanted to go down to Vegas. So we got the boys. There's
us,
and I shouldn't say the
Not
boys.
us.
We're like all late 30s.
Yep.
A lot of them have wives and children. But yeah, we're going down for a few days. We're going to do the NFL draft. Or the NFL draft, the fantasy football draft on Saturday. So it should be a good time.
Hey-o.
Guys trip, baby.
Oh, so it's not a couples trip.
No couples. But
Okay.
a couple of the guys in the league might be coupling up together by the end.
Yeah.
No names saying.
No names, but they might hook up.
But yeah, that's
but
what I got going
encourage
on.
that when it's a fantasy football away draft. Anything can happen.
And I won't be here for another back-to-back preseason game live stream.
We're
Already Ant's in midlife party crisis mode. He's like traveling around the world, going to Vegas.
And then like the week 1 happens. I'm like, yeah, guys, I'm in New Orleans that weekend.
I'm sorry.
No, it's week 2 that he's in.
I'm on a train in Calcutta.
Just anywhere.
No, but Ant's like
Yeah,
Ant's dialed it back because his concert was Deftones and System of a Down. So that's like it's like a 20-year-old group, and now he's going on a boys trip. So Ant's living early or late.
I don't know, man.
18 to 20-year-old.
You should have seen the crowd, man. There was
Young or old?
No, like I'd say a lot of 20-year-olds, probably because
wake up.
Their parents are my age and your guys' age, and now they also like the music, so they also go to it. So
did you lean into any of the younger guys and go like, you were still in your father's nutsack when I first started listening to these guys?
Every person that walks, I asked someone, I'm like, how old are you? They're like 22. I'm like, you're in your father's nutsack when I was listening to System.
You're that drunk guy who like puts his arm over someone and be like, hey, when'd you start listening to System of a Down?
I don't know. I didn't really talk to anyone. There's some pretty angsty people. There was a lot of fights.
Yeah,
and
really? A lot of fights?
There was a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of fights and a lot of crowd surges. But yeah,
a lot of fights during Deftones or System of a Down.
Once System went on, it started getting pretty cray-cray.
Yeah, totally.
Guys, Wednesday night main event. I'm sorry to leave you guys alone on the Saturday night stream.
I'm leaving him alone. Oh, sorry, last week.
Last week.
Well, let's do a quick recap of what we saw.
That's what we call a professional segue.
I just want to start off with this. Should we just maybe wrap up our stock up, stock down?
Yeah, do it. And this is the thing. I watched the highlights. I read a little bit, but I'm basing it all off of you guys.
Well, I'll apologize for not clipping a lot of the last 2.5 weeks have been gnarly since I've been back. Like I haven't had any time, so a lot of clips that we planned on getting out from the game.
Put your fucking hand down right now.
Hey, you little bitch.
Put your little bitch ass hand down. What is? Are you swearing on? Are you swearing?
I'm trying to get emotional friend support by someone holding my hand while I say this.
I can't hold it that.
Well, try to hold my hand like that. Wrap it around. There we go.
Okay.
So just wanted to say, like, you probably didn't get to see our show, and there was a lot of good clips. The clips will come out, even if they're late.
Okay.
But it's preseason.
Hey,
I'm gonna own that.
It's preseason. We're on to week 3. But let's each do a stock up, stock down, and Anth can comment and let us know what he thinks about
Yeah,
that.
comment on someone who didn't even watch the game, but whatever.
Hey, watch the highlights. All 8 minutes of them, whatever it was that NFL.com posted.
Okay, stock up.
My stock down.
Ooh, stock down.
Because I've been high on this dude, even though we looked at him a couple times in our mock drafts. We passed on him because we didn't think of the need, but the need has definitely become very present for the Dallas Cowboys after some offseason losses.
Yep.
Marshawn Kneeland, I think he gave a stock down for me. I didn't
Really?
see. Yes, I did watch. Now, it's difficult to say from the actual game, but I watched his highlights where I think it was Cowboys Beat, perhaps, put up a video, and it was all of his snaps from the game. And it was very average. He had a couple good ones, but he also had a couple botched ones, so they kind of washed themselves out. Like, for example, he was able to push the left tackle back into the quarterback on two of his plays, maybe more, but this is just what stuck out to me. But then on another 2 plays, he got completely washed out to the side. Now, in fairness, most of the line on those 2 plays as well got washed, so it's like they schemed wrong or whatever, perhaps. But stock down for me for Kneeland. Still has a game to do stock up, and then he'd get 2 stocks up, 1 stock down. But he's got to show up. He's got to show up.
So right now he's even keel because we gave him stock up last week after the first preseason game against the Rams, and now he's a stock down. So I mean, there's going to be ebb and flow with rookies and in the preseason and in the regular season. You're going to have that, but interesting.
Yep. And
do I have to do a stock down, or
you can do a stock up or stock down, and then I'll do my stock up.
Okay. Because I got to think a little bit more about who my stock.
Do you want me to do my stock up?
I know who my stock up's going to be.
Okay.
And he's a stock up because he didn't play the week before, and it's our boy Wilkes Booth, who was all over the field. Felt like he was making a lot of plays. We're talking about our newly acquired corner, or is newly acquired? Is it like a trade?
Yeah, they got traded.
Yeah,
They traded
corner.
They traded Nashawn Wright for him.
Which, I mean,
which was a little surprising.
Which our training camp cheat sheet is already screwing us up.
Because you got 25 there, and you're like, well, that's not who 25.
Yeah, like Deshaun Wright, and then we're like, Deshaun Wright's not.
He just literally came in and said, no, don't wash the jersey. I'm gonna wear his.
That's actually so. Just before you get into it, when I watched the highlights, 25 was a number that I kept seeing.
Yeah.
He was around
all over.
That's what I'm saying. He had a lot of reps, and there maybe been 1 or 2 times where it's like he looked like he could have maybe blown coverage a little bit, but he was
Could have blown me after that performance. I'll tell you that.
He did well. I think he did very well.
I like that because in the highlights, the reason that I noticed him is there was a couple times he came up and made like nice hard tackles.
Yep.
On like a screen play and a run play.
It
That's
felt
what
like
I
he
like
was
to see.
always there.
So yeah, that's
So he's fighting
Booth
for a
Jr.
spot.
What's his first name?
Anthony Booth.
It is Anthony. Are you sure? I don't think it is.
Yeah.
Anthony Booth Jr. ABJ.
Yeah, that's Anthony Wilkes Booth.
Why is
No.
it Wilkes?
Wilkes, like John Wilkes Booth.
We throw
So
Wilkes is not.
It's his nickname that we gave him.
Oh,
Wilkes. We kept
that's
calling him
so
Anthony,
now.
Anthony Wilkes Booth.
Oh, so you guys have
It's Andrew.
Andrew Wilkes.
Andrew
I
Wilkes
fucking knew it
Booth.
wasn't
Andrew
Anthony.
Wilkes
Like
Booth, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I would have remembered. You fucking idiots.
Why?
Yeah,
What a shitty nickname, Andrew Wilkes Booth. The assassin.
Yeah, Andrew Wilkes Booth.
That's what I'm calling him.
So now you guys have inside jokes. Eh?
Or
Okay, I leave 1 week.
Hey,
and now you
well,
have inside jokes.
Hey, technically, there's over 2,500 people who knew the joke that we were talking about.
Never going to call him Wilkes Booth
Okay.
Jr. I just will refuse.
A-W-B.
I like that.
Or the assassin.
I
I like the assassin.
Okay,
Assassin.
so
But
the
he's
assassin.
got to bring on some assassin quality.
Oh yeah,
and
this
then,
week
then the moniker
he has
works.
to hit it this
So
week.
Andrew Booth Jr. His
Andrew.
ads.
Stock
stock up.
Asin.
I got a stock up for you, and I'm going to save the obvious one because we can talk about
I
it
didn't
at
want
the
it.
end.
I saved the obvious one.
My stock up is Deuce Vaughn.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
and
right. You said that on the stream.
that's some high praise coming from the Deuce Vaughn hater himself, which is you, AJ.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna pull up his stats
Because
so I have this.
you hate
right.
Deuce Vaughn. You
And
hate
I-
his face. You hate his dad. You hate everything he stands for.
Don't
I hate him.
No, I do love his
Nope, yeah,
father. We did have a falling out. But that is neither here nor there. Come on, give me these motherfucking stats, yo. Anyways, he had a good game. He had a good game.
Had a couple nice highlights.
It doesn't even matter what his stats was. It matters that when he got the ball, he was moving really, really well on the
Fluid.
field. Definitely. Royce also had a very good game.
Royce to 5'9". Yep.
Royce the 5'9" had a very good game, but props to Deuce Vaughn. Flowers need to be given when flowers are deserved, and the dude came out and was impressive. I really hope he has another week 3 like he did in week 2, because where I thought the running back door was kind of closed and like we kind of had our top 4 dudes, I think he can really open the door. And maybe he's matured a lot and got more of like a man's strength. I know like that's something that I lack personally. And I'm turning 40 this weekend. But
yeah, you are.
Yeah, but I think like all these things could maybe be coming together. And I can admit when I'm wrong. And he looked really impressive. Now he goes out and has a stinker. I'll be the first one to talk about it.
PU.
I would like to see him, Deuce Vaughn, get some carries, some of Malik Davis's carries. I know Malik Davis still started the game off. Like, I'd like to see Deuce get in there closer to the start.
Well, I think after his performance this past week, he might have a better chance at it. I think we probably will see a little bit more of Royce to 5'9" and Deuce in this preseason game.
That running back room is just, what are they going to do?
It's a mess.
It's a mess.
But I think what's interesting about Davis is he's actually not, I don't know if it's just the runs that he's getting, but with the snaps we've seen these preseasons, he's really had a rough time running. It's like been under 3 average, and he's getting the ball enough to tell like, okay, he should be getting at least a 4-yard average. But I think where he is effective is in his receiving game. Now, unfortunately, it's not unique enough with the back room that we have that's something that I think is would put him ahead of some of the guys in that room, in the running back room. So hoping for a good performance. I'd love it to be so complicated that it's difficult for the Cowboys to make a decision. That would be great, because then we know that everyone's playing well.
I think you're going to see a couple guys that don't make the squad get picked up by other teams.
For right now, the only one who I wouldn't see that happening to is Davis.
Yeah.
But if he goes out there and has a good game and shows that he can run and catch as well, yeah, no one's making it through the
I
waiver
doubt they're
wire.
keeping 4. But who's your stock down?
Okay, so stock down, when we're talking about a crowded room, our wide receiver room is a fairly crowded room, even on the eve. And I will say it's been the eve of CeeDee Lamb re-signing for a while now. But a stock, I wanted to, like, Ryan Flanoy I feel like he has struggled a little bit as a receiver. However, this game, he had some good connections and obviously a touchdown with Trey Lance. So the person, and I hate to say this because I really like seeing him with Dak, and he's one of the Jalens, is Jalen Cropper is my stock down.
He fumbled.
He didn't really show up. He hasn't had any good chemistry with Trey Lance. We saw him in training camp running routes, missing with Trey Lance, but connecting with Dak Prescott. So obviously we have to look at it based on the quarterback who was slanging and banging out there. That was Trey Lance. So Jalen Cropper is my stock down for the week. I was going to say Ants was my stock down for this week because he was off, but that also wouldn't have been.
And then I would have been double stock down then.
That's the obvious stock down.
Yeah,
That's the obvious stock down. And the obvious stock up that you guys didn't say, and I give you guys credits for not taking the easy one, is Trey Lance. Trey Lance, obviously.
Travian Lance.
I think we can all agree with that. We've been pretty big critics of Trey Lance, and he had a good game. He still had a couple overthrows, just what you've seen it in the highlights, but he had a couple nice runs. He had a rushing touchdown, had a throwing touchdown to Flanoy, like Ad said. So he stepped up and had a lot better game. I still think he's behind Cooper Rush on the depth chart.
Yep.
And he's going to need to have a huge showing to make it to QB2. I don't know if you have it on the docket or not about Jerry Jones talking about him.
No.
But Jerry Jones essentially came out and said,
I want to see more of him.
He essentially said Trey Lance is on the team. Like, he's got a roster spot. So they're keeping 3 quarterbacks.
Okay.
Okay. We don't need to read the article, but
that's what it was. Jerry said, "Hey, give me a Jerry saying you made the team, Trey."
I just wanted to also point out that the first
I fucking gave him a volley.
You volleyed him?
I said, give me a Jerry Jones saying Trey Lance, you made the team. The quote, like you saying it, you being Jerry.
Oh, well, I just want to say that in times like this, it's difficult to see the full field, but I promise you that a guy like Trey, having him on the team, and then we just went ramble on.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say on Trey Lance, his performance, I really look at the averages, which is just a place to start. It's not the tell-all, end-all, whatever. It's not the tell-all of the story. Trey Lance in the first half compared to his second half of his game really improved. I think he had like maybe a 4-yard average in the first half, and then finished the game with a 6.6 yard average.
Yeah, you were very bullish on that stat line.
That just showed like, okay, if he would have played the same way through his first half, I bet you that he did in the second half. I bet you there would be a lot more people coming out and saying, "Hey, we need to start this guy again." Like that would ramp up again.
The funny thing with Trey Lance having a good game is people were going to our clip saying that he had been unimpressive and being like, "What do you think now?"
So
it's
now
like
he's impressive.
Well, yeah.
Now he had an
well,
impressive
I
game.
mean, I don't even know if it was better than he was better than
it was surprising.
He
It was
improved.
surprising,
He
yeah.
improved from the first game, but like he's
He's
still got a long road.
Yeah. When you got the idea you were a star.
I want to.
You cut your own sound.
Because sometimes you just have to.
Yeah.
Bandwagon Bob says, didn't Deuce show up last year in preseason and then tanked in the real game?
True.
Yeah,
Bandwagon Baba doesn't forget.
It is preseason, and so you can take as much of a grain of salt away from that as you can.
But
right?
she ain't wrong. He did have a couple nice games in preseason last year.
Mikey Eula in chat says Mikey 520.
Yeah, that's from the Cowboys podcast, Cowboys Up podcast with the big fella.
Yeah, he says put me on Mikey time.
Mikey, we'll have to. We will at some point. We will.
Let's get him on next week.
Yeah, we just got to get that set up, but that would be awesome.
And then I thought, and this is from, I'll let you guys guess who this is. I thought the Cowboys were resigning Dak this offseason, question mark.
Fuck.
It's still the offseason, isn't it?
That's all. Not ultra. That
It
is
is ultra. You saw his ultra.
It's still gonna happen.
I didn't see. I actually was gonna say that's fucking.
I was thinking maybe it was the Ballin and Burgundy guys because we said that on their podcast that they were gonna sign Dak. I mean, it's what the 21st of August. You still have 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks almost.
I know, but
until the Cowboys game.
Isn't it odd that we're about two or so weeks away from the August 6th prediction, and that seemed like
a shoe-in,
and now it's like
it's crazy.
Rolando Rodriguez says Cowboys can fan CeeDee will sign on Friday at the Star with all the sports networks and reporters present. Jerry Big Show, emojis, cheers, crack 'em if you got him, go Cowboys.
I love that. But we do have some new news actually.
Great
segue.
We got new news.
I'm glad paying off our chat to help us segue is working out. A great segue here. Jerry Jones makes a final statement about CeeDee Lamb's contract, and I just found this weird ass website. I like
Bola VIP.
I've been testing DuckDuckGo as a search engine. Just it's not as good as Google, but it brought up this Bola VIP for 2 articles, so we're gonna give it a shot.
Yeah, okay.
It's kind of messy, but whatever. But the meat and potatoes.
Okay, go back up to Jerry Jones there for a
Oh
second.
God!
Oh my goodness, Jerry.
Looking rough. You got to get some salt in you, kid.
Oh, the salt. Get the salt out. If he did if he did a month and a half of no salt, he would look rejuvenated. I bet.
His face feels like it would be like when you squeeze stretchable Armstrong.
Yeah,
that material. That's what his face feels like. It would feel like. But here's his quote, all the way at the bottom. Well, the rest doesn't matter. Thanks for writing the article.
Say it the way he says it.
I don't mean to be insensitive to our fans or to CeeDee, but we're in good shape, and we are having promising talks. Jesus Christ!
Is he having a stroke?
He is.
Jerry, you all right, Jerry?
Okay, let me try again.
Daddy, do you need me to help you out, Daddy?
You say, well, why do you keep talking? Why don't you do something? Again, as in anything, it takes both of you there at the same time. But I believe it's got the proper amount of everything, emphasis, importance for everybody involved here, and we'll see how it goes. He's referring to obviously the conversation with CeeDee Lamb and the contract. And to sum it up here, and when I say that, it doesn't sound too promising. The facts are that I believe we'll come together. I don't want to speak for him. That's what I'm trying not to do. But we wouldn't have offered him what we've offered him if we didn't want him to be here.
It's true.
End quote.
It's true.
Jerry Jones.
I mean, they did throw 33 million at him, but we've talked about this before. I think it's more to do with the guarantees than the per average year or whatever, the AVP or AVG or whatever the hell they call it.
Yeah.
For the amount per season. I know a lot of people get hung up on the 33 or 36 or 33.5, whatever it is, but the guys want guaranteed, right? So
exactly.
I think that's kind of what they're trying to figure out more so than the amount per year.
And so I don't know if anyone else has anything to say about that.
Just sign them.
Just sign them. But
it's getting, what's the 12th hour? Is that the saying? We're getting to the 12th hour.
How big are the fines if he misses regular season games?
I have no idea. I think it just stays the same.
And then from the same Bola VIP website, weird as shit, Jerry Jones shows frustration with Dak Prescott and Dallas Cowboys contract talks. Now, they are definitely writing
clickbaity articles.
You got to look at the author or the writer.
Miguel Angel Fernandez Castro.
Sounds fake.
It's very
4 names. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I don't trust anyone with 2 first names, let alone 4.
Jerry Jones. One of the things that I'd like for the fans to really understand is that 9 times out of 10, these are existing contracts that you have in place, and you should be able to operate under those. But we've gotten it now in the NFL. Other teams are dealing with it too, where with time left on the contract, you still might have a contract discussion. That's what we're doing. But none of us, players or teams, want it to hurt the preparation or the likelihood of playing at your best opening day. That's how I imagine he said it, but probably not.
So fired.
Here's the thing,
up, Jerry.
Here's the thing, and for both contracts, it's like, come on, sign them. And I don't know if there was a great video that Cowboys Beat put out. If we have 2 minutes to watch,
throw it up.
And it kind of explains, like, because the question is, well, or how it seems sometimes Jerry and Stephen Jones have been talking about is like, we don't have, without saying it, it's like we need to be careful with our money because we don't have the cash to pay these guys.
You're bringing up our boy? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I was going to bring up, I think I shared it.
Yeah, well, while Alex brings that up, I'm just going to say Ultra Cowboy says in 1992, he did not re-sign Michael Irvin until 4 days before the first game, and Irvin played. Rolando Rodriguez says that Cowboys can't fan $1 million per game if CeeDee misses games. Go Cowboys.
Shit, son.
And then Ultra says also in 1992, he made All-Pro center Mark Stepanowski hold out until 2 days before the season started, and in 92 they won the Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, I mean this Super Bowl.
And
hush falls. But they're the Jones family's classic at doing this, waiting until the last minute to get it in and get it done.
Classic Jerry.
So we're looking at Cowboys Beat on Instagram.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
AJ has to fix
Switch off
it.
for a quick
AJ
sec.
has to fix it. He is behind on baseball.
Our Cowboys Beat fella.
Yeah, we had him on just during the draft.
He's awesome.
Before.
If you're looking for just some like good perspectives, well thought out, a well spoken and handsome young man as well, Cowboy Beat on I think all the socials.
Yeah, it would be good.
Yep.
We got look. We got a lot of people that we should be getting on the show. He's one of them. We should get back on. We should get Mikey back on.
All 3 of their star players, Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons, and CeeDee Lamb, under their cap. And as a matter of fact, I have research to back this up. I don't know, by the way, who's telling people that they can't fit all 3 of these guys on this roster for the next few years here. Because in 2025, they are 5th in the league in cap space with $63 million. That includes a $40 million dead cap hit for Dak Prescott, which they wouldn't have to worry about next offseason if they end up extending him. In 2026, the Cowboys will have $181 million in cap space. That is first in the NFL, and that includes a $14 million dead cap hit for Mr. Dak Prescott. And in 2027, they are 9th in the league in cap space with $254 million. The Cowboys have the cap space to pull this off. And if Steven and Jerry Jones are going to try and tell you that they don't, I'm telling you right now, they're lying. And I know people might get triggered by me saying that. They're also the same people that said that all 3 of those guys will take up 70% of their cap. That's a lie. The Cowboys can fit all 3 of these guys on their roster. The Dallas Cowboys.
So there you have it.
That's a boosh right there.
You've been booshed by Cowboys Beat.
Cowboys Beat booshed you off.
You boost you.
So anyways, we don't have to spend too much time on the contracts because I'm sure it's going to be coming up again
it's going to be
next
coming
week.
up.
Fucking kill me. Just fucking kill me.
Do they sign before? Are you guys
Season?
still? Yeah. Do you still thinking both get done before season?
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yep. There's a lot of times they hate to.
CeeDee, yes.
I ain't got no
Dak,
urgency.
no.
They're just so crazy. Yeah. CeeDee's got to get done.
I don't know. I'll switch next week. Ask me again next week.
Okay, next week
I'll
I'll
switch.
ask you.
Look, while we're here, we want to see what Trey Lance can do in this preseason game. My daddy went ahead and he made a deal with the devil, a.k.a. the 49ers, to bring Trey Lance over here. And my daddy has a plan, and that plan is to see how Trey Lance plays in the preseason.
Tell him
If Trey
so.
Lance does well in the preseason, Dakota's not going to get signed until the offseason. I assure you that right there, okay? Sedarius Lamb, we've already sent the offer, and he's just too greedy. What do I tell you? The man doesn't want $33 million. Go play for somebody else if you think you can.
Whoa, son. Hey,
what?
son.
Sorry, Daddy.
Son. Don't get crazy now.
Cap Boy just went fucking Cap Boy.
Fucking Steven Jones.
Well, here we go. We are.
Here we go.
You know how much of a degen I'm going to be this weekend? I'm betting $200 on Cowboys preseason football.
Looking tough.
Crack him if you got him. Crack him if you got him, son.
Well, let's get into the week 3 preview. Let me get the PFF up, but.
So Trey Lance is the leading rusher for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
You didn't know?
Nate
Not
Dogg?
very good.
No, Nate Dogg never comes in. That's just me. That's just Ant doing a stat, and I thought I'd do some DX there for him.
Oh, thank you.
You know, sometimes you just gotta give him a layup.
But
Someone has to run the soundboard.
Hey, Chargers, Cowboys. What are we looking for in this game?
What's
going on?
They're 0-2, the Chargers. Outside of like Justin Herbert, not sure who we're gonna see showing up to.
We got El Perez. They're showing you the season leaders, passing leaders. You're going to see a lot of that guy.
Oh, here we go, right there.
I imagine El Perez is going to...
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong screen.
It's going to be a lot of them. You also have a ex-Cowboy, Simi Fioco, as the leading receiver for the Chargers right now. The Chargers, again, we're at the point, a lot of other fans don't know the Cowboys 2s and 3s and fringe players. We're also at that point with the Chargers. I don't really know a lot about the Chargers. I don't really care about the Chargers 2, 3s, and 4s, really.
No.
I'm more interested on what the Cowboys 2, 3s, and 4s can do. I'm interested to see if Trey Lance can continue on his success from last week. I'm interested to see if Deuce Vaughn can. Those are two guys, both that you guys had stock up players. I'm interested to see if those guys can continue that uptrend. And, well, Trey Lance has already made the team, but let's see if Deuce can kind of put a stamp on that third running back.
One thing that we didn't. One thing that we didn't. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. One thing that we didn't talk about is that the offense was going primarily up against a lot of the offense, and I think even a bit of the defense was going up against the Raiders ones for a majority of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, obviously, we're not going to see that against the Los Angeles Chargers. Harbaugh will not do that. But that was another positive thing about last week's game. I don't think the scoring kind of ramped up until the backups got in, but we were up there. Our backups, our 2s and 3s, arguably were competing with the Raiders 1s. So when you look at our 3s versus the Los Angeles Chargers 3s, I'm hoping that right out of the gate we're going to see touchdowns. We're not going to see 3 and outs.
And the Chargers are I mean, and you take this with a fucking huge grain of salt, are 0-2 right now in the preseason, and they're away. They're playing the Cowboys.
Well, who'd they play before us? Do you know?
Really, who gives a fuck? Honestly, like the record, the whole point is the record really doesn't matter that much. It's more so individual success. Like you could finish 0-3 and make the postseason. You could start off 3-0 in the preseason and not make the postseason.
My wish for the game is Nealand or Smith or even Junior Fioco or Maurice Liufau, one of those guys to have an outstanding game or a couple outstanding moments.
Just jump out on tape.
I'd love to see
Question.
Answer.
Well, let's see. Did the Cowboys recorded a sack in the preseason? I can't remember seeing one in the first game.
No,
I don't know if they do, and they might
have.
they might have it in here. AJ, like
we're too busy getting pick sixes and interceptions.
The takeaways have been nice
because we didn't mention our.
Let me look.
It's not even one person getting these interceptions.
Both of you guys are having a little burpee.
We're burp bros.
Burping bros.
It's the carbonation when you're talking and you just let all this extra air in.
Oh, I've always had it as, even if I'm not drinking at work, I'm just always burping because I talk to you. That guy's weird.
Yes, there's been 2 sacks.
You are weird.
Which game was that? That must have been the Raiders game.
There was Al-Quadin Muhammad.
Okay.
Who I didn't even know was on this motherfucking team.
He just got signed.
Okay. He had a half sack. Then Jason Johnson, love the Marvel name and love that his last name is Johnson, had 1 sack. And then the other half sack went to Denzel Daxon, another great Marvel name.
These are all fake names. I don't care what
These
you
are all
say.
fake names, and are they just padding the stats because they want to show that they had sacks from guys that didn't even exist?
Well, I'd like to see a guy that has a chance of making the team get a sack.
Right. Like Buddy Johnson.
Quick shout out to Marquise Bell with 13 tackles in the preseason.
He's been flying around.
There's 5 Johnsons on the team, and I've never seen anybody out there with the name Johnson on the back of their jersey yet.
Johnson.
Yeah, because we're an evasive.
You guys are evasive predator. You know who I do want to see show up in this game. The new secondary that just got that intercepted Trey Lance in training camp that everybody's talking about. What's his name?
Carson?
Not Carson.
Oh, I don't.
Maybe he's a safety. Who, if you look at who in training camp, I think it was today, picked off Julius Wood.
He's not new.
Not new. No, then it's not Julius Wood.
Julius Wood had a pick against the Rams.
Let me find out. Maybe it is Julius Wood that I'm thinking.
Okay. We don't really know, but
we don't really know.
But Ad's gonna bumble his way through trying to figure it
Hey,
out.
I thought
Find him.
Maybe it was Kalen Carson.
Guess what? Thought this was a safe space.
Maybe it was Eric Scott Jr.
Hey, guess what? Thought this was a safe space. I was wrong.
And was he even new? They haven't signed anyone
you know
new.
What? Maybe he wasn't new.
Yeah,
who did Trey Lance throw an interception to today? Who got an interception in training camp?
I haven't even seen it, so I don't even know
I'll
where
find
to look.
it. You keep going. I'm gonna find it right now.
Ad saw a clip from like 2 weeks ago that just
you know
popped
what?
up
Hey,
on
It could
his
have been.
You're not wrong.
It could have been because I didn't even know that they would practice today.
I'm sure they.
I guess.
Yeah, I think their last day in Oxnard is the 28th. I thought.
Okay.
When I was down there, but other things I'm excited to see, and I wouldn't even say excited to see, but more interested. That running back battle. The running back battle is still a big thing. Can someone step up on the D-line? Because you said, yeah, we had a couple half sacks and a full sack by these random guys. I want to see a Nealand.
Yeah.
I want to see, is Mozzie going to play after his peanut allergy reaction? Like, is he going to play this weekend?
Jesus, imagine what Mozzie would look like.
Swollen. Just like, he would look terrifying.
The fucking marshmallow man.
Mozzie peanut allergied out. That's nightmare fuel.
I'm fine to play, and he's just like,
they're like, Mozzie, why are your hands 6 times bigger than they are?
Yeah.
He just looks like somebody. He looks like Baymax.
Yeah. I think someone put a walnut in the chip bowl or something. Like
It was Julius Wood who I was thinking of.
And it wasn't today?
It was. He did. He picked him off.
Julius Wood. Okay, I'll be looking for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely, just want to see some excitement, and I'll even take really good pressure on the quarterback because there were a few, like I mentioned with Nealand, there was a couple good snaps where he's pushing that tackle back into the quarterback and essentially not allowing the quarterback to like to move that way. And so that's really helpful too. Just keeping constant pressure, making it look like wearing down that offensive line so that, by the time the third or fourth quarter come around, they're tired, and now you can start getting the sacks. Or maybe it's not Nealand. Maybe that opens up the door for Parsons now because he's got that pressure. Because Nealand certainly looks slower than the average Bear.
You're just all over Nealand today.
Because I really like him.
Crack
him if you got. I wanted to succeed, but
that crackem's for Baba. She says, "Don't pick on Ad."
Okay.
So. But yeah, you're tough love.
Tough love. Well, not that he gives a shit what I have to say, and I am quarterback coaching this, but.
I do also think that Nealand is more of he's not going to be that 10 sack type guy, but you don't want to see him getting pushed off the line of scrimmage. Like that's a clear sign. Like you don't want to see him ever going backwards. He should always be going forward. So that's an easy one when you're watching a guy like that. You don't ever want to see him going backwards.
No,
it's very easy to look for.
Yep, and so
especially against twos.
And yeah, like you said, Mozzie as well. Got to see something from that guy, man. Gotta see something this week that gives us excitement for, or like ones, or like the top twos.
Has there been any cuts? Have the Cowboys made any cuts? Like I know this is a weird thing to ask on air. Like you think we?
I haven't.
They
one that
drop
we would
people to make space for the line pickups that they've been doing.
So the final 50.
But guys
won't
who
be till after
guys
next week.
who I have no idea who they are.
Well, I know you have.
Any final thoughts on this? On
I
this?
poke fun. I grew up with brothers. I'm rough.
Any final thoughts on the preview?
It's tough to like. Really, it's hard to preview a game. Like the most you can do in the preseason is kind of just say what you're expecting.
Yep.
And I think most of Cowboys Nation's expecting the same thing. You got the Trey Lance is obviously the main battle that everybody wants to see. It's the most contested talking point of both sides. It's very polarizing. There's guys that really want Trey Lance to succeed. And I'm not even saying there's people that don't want to see him succeed. There's just people that aren't sold on him. So I think that's the main
Do you think it's
storyline.
more like Trey Lance succeeding or just getting Dak Prescott out of the organization?
Yeah, and that's what I said to most people that I argue with is I get it that you don't like Dak Prescott and you want to move on from Dak Prescott, but let's have a reasonable, like, let's talk about a reasonable solution. And if Trey Lance can ball out, I mean, maybe there is something here. If he can run and do his thing and show his legs off, I need to see him make better decisions with the ball. I want to see him stop sailing the ball. We saw that at training camp a lot. And this is the thing that people don't understand. It's not like he doesn't practice during the week. Like, these coaches see him every single throw he makes at practice, at training camp for the last year and a bit, right? Like,
well, I think the thing that I thought you, when you were, I don't know if you were commenting to someone or someone else said it and you were agreeing with them, but like when people are like, Trey Lance, he just needs more time. He just needs more reps. He just needs more starts. It's like Dak Prescott was thrusted into that role when Tony Romo got injured, and and no one was saying give him time. Like, you are now having to step up and take the job, right? And you were a 4th round pick. Trey Lance was a 1st round pick, and then a lot of high expectations, and then the quarterback whisperer decided to give you up, and we got him. And yet everybody continues to say he just needs time to develop. He needs time to go do this. He needs time to do that. Trust in Trey Lance. Get rid of Dak Prescott, who has proven he can win the regular season and be a competitor for the MVP. But yeah, let's get rid of Dak Prescott.
I agree with the idea of letting these younger quarterbacks come in. I don't love how they're thrust into the starting position, but maybe they're ready to take that on. That's not for me or you or anyone else in this room to decide. But I agree, like, okay, yes, let's give him time, but then how much time is necessary? The guy's been in the NFL for 3 full NFL seasons. Yeah. So usually at this time, after 3 years, usually that's on any position. That's when the team starts to be like, this is the guy or this isn't the guy. Or he is what he is, and he's good to have for depth, and he'll always have a place on a team for the next 5 years, but it's never going to be a starting role, but he's going to jump around. Like, there's those type of players. Sometimes they have an amazing season. What we're hoping for obviously with Lance is it would be wonderful for us to have a true quarterback controversy outside of the Dak Prescott.
You sound like a
contract.
Jerry Boy just wanting a controversy to just frickin' come.
Well, wouldn't it be awesome if Lance was playing so well that
you're like, oh, maybe there's something to this.
Right. Like, that would be...
What's the stat line for him to, like, and I know we're going back to the other games, but I feel like to even think that, he would have had to be putting up 300 yards, 3 touchdowns each game.
I need 300 all-purpose yards and 3 touchdowns, 2 of those passing touchdowns.
One on the leg, which he has one passing touchdown and 1 rushing touchdown.
If let's say week 3 he goes out there and does 250 passing, 2 nice touchdowns, a 70% completion rate, and he gets 50 yards on the ground and a rushing touchdown. That would be pretty impressive.
But I don't even know, is that enough to beat out Cooper Rush?
No.
Yeah, exactly. So this is in a
because
world
they're
where
not playing Cooper Rush to have a fair comparison.
But this is where in a world where so they are seeing him in practice, and we're talking about practice. So one, he needs to be there needs to be a clear indication that Trey Lance is going to be a QB2 over Cooper Rush in practice first.
He needs 100% completion.
I'm gonna say 110. 110%.
He needs to throw more completions than attempts.
Yeah, I need to see 11. I need to see 11 completions with 10 passing attempts.
Zimmer leans over to Mike and he goes, "I could do it.
I can do it."
You know what I'm looking forward to? This is the last. This is Zimmer's gut.
This is the last.
This is the last preseason game. After today, after this Saturday's game, the next Cowboys game will be.
It's a long ass weekend, and then it's opening weekend.
Yeah, that's sweet.
We're gonna have a good week 1 day. I just feel it.
Well,
I'm excited for it.
we have a lot going on week 1.
Well, week 1, we're going to be streaming. Just a little shout out to ourselves, guys. We're going to try this out. We're going to do the Thursday night opening kickoff game. Then we're going to do the Friday night game where there's the Eagles versus the. Can't even remember who they play, but the Eagles are playing Friday night.
Yep.
Then we're gonna do the Cowboys game on the Sunday, and we're gonna do the Sunday nighter.
The Sunday nighter.
We're just gonna do a long haul Sunday.
I think we talked about doing the Monday nighter as well.
Well, we'll have to see about that.
We're gonna see how Thursday, Friday, Sunday goes, and then if Monday, if it's good, if people want to come and listen to us talk, we'll do Monday too.
Yeah, and it's a good way to judge us to see. It's a good way for us to get out there besides just Cowboys games. And it's kind of one of the things.
It's also week 1, so we're celebrating.
It's amped up. Everyone's watching. We're all going to be watching the opening game anyways. We're all going to be watching the Eagles game Friday.
Yep.
Maze will get on here and stream it, right?
Yep. And this is a safe place. We can come here. We can have drinks, and we can say this is our job.
This is what we do on Friday.
We're working
It's
right now. Packers versus Eagles, and we have a big.
Packers.
That's great. That's why we decided.
We have a lot of Packer fans.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you, Roro.
We have to do the Packers Eagles game.
Guys, any last messages?
Well, I am legendary loss says Trey Lance is definitely the developmental player. However, I think he needs more real life game reps to improve. And if Dak is signed for the next years to come, he has to be considered a trade asset. And he's not
just a
wrong
question: is the LOS for Legion of Skanks, or is the LOS like just Los?
I am legendary
legendary Legion of Stanks.
I mean, he could say I am legend.
Darylus.
Daryl
OS.
Operating system.
Yeah.
He could be an android.
Eagles, 49ers, Lions, etc. are teams who don't stop doing moves.
So now you're reading his next thing. So say it out loud.
Eagles, 49ers, Lions, etc. are teams who don't stop doing moves in off season and in season.
Got a wheel and deal 24/7. That's a 24/7 wheel and deal to make your team better. And we're going to see if the Cowboys did that. And we're going to get the last chance to see some of these guys on Saturday. It's their last chance in the NFL.
Yes.
And it could be.
It damn well could be.
We're not talking last chance you. We're talking NFL last chance.
Look, if there's a Kurt Warner in that locker room right now, we want him. We don't want him. Send him back to home to stock shelves. Okay.
Stocking shelves.
Okay.
You have something.
I have a fun article. I have a fun article for us to look at, and I was looking for Cowboys news, and this one popped up, and I think
on your random
on my DuckDuckGo
on your under.
Oh yeah.
Do you only search Cowboys news on the dark web?
Dude, I have no idea where these websites. Actually, no. This is what. So the Cowboys Stadium, AT&T Stadium. I got an answer. Cowboys Stadium. I guess partnered with WFAA, whoever the fuck they are.
Hey, WWFA.
But they're doing these new foods, and they look really good. And so we're going to go through, just to wrap things up here, we're going to go through and look at all the food items and kind of pick our
So this is the new food at AT&T Stadium
and
this year.
The reason I ended up on this site is because the site I went to was... it only had a little chunk of article, and I had to pay for it. So then
you paid for something on the dark web?
No, fuck no. This is not dark web. And then I saw that they were partnered with WFAA, so I searched them, and they have an article.
This sounds like an ad.
Oh my god!
We're
not sponsored by these people.
I think they're a news station. They should have us on.
Okay.
But anyways,
this is not the last topic. I have Cowboys fan controversy that I have to bring up after this.
Okay, well, let's go
and you're supposed to do a play, but we're going to save that for next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could bring a play up, but
we'll save it for next week. Because
we'll do this.
We got a crunch time here.
Yeah.
And this is totally fine.
But there's some Cowboys controversy in here, and I got to
Okay, we'll bring it up now before we hop into this. Yeah.
Cowboys Up podcast established in 2024, a.k.a. Chris, a.k.a. Big Fella, who is now a San Francisco San Francisco resident. Our very own Anth Best was where last week?
So I was saying that I was going to be in San Francisco, and you said that he hadn't moved there yet.
So Cowboys Chris said, guys, I'm still waiting on Anthony to call me back. I feel like
I don't even remember getting a call from him.
I feel like an ex that he just hit once and ghosted me.
I would never do. I didn't even know Chris lived there yet.
He does do that. He does that to me all the time.
I don't know if I'm just saying. I am just assuming that he called you because he was in San Fran.
Yeah, but my phone wasn't running at that point.
Hey, take it up with big fella.
Man, that's fucked up, Chris, because I wanted to go. Tay was like, oh, are we going to hang out with Chris? I was like, oh, he doesn't live in San Fran right now. Ad said he hasn't moved there yet.
Someone should have called him and not just assumed.
I didn't have a phone.
Someone should have emailed him and not just assumed.
So I'm confused. Like, why did you think, if he's living there, why did you think he wasn't?
I don't know if he is or not. I'm just saying that because on our stream, Chris said, I texted, I called Anth. And he's ghosting me.
I would never
all you guys need to do is go to bigfella.com/Chris and you can see where his location is. I'm tracking him.
Or you got to go to Chris's GoFundMe.
I would have loved hanging out with Chris because those streets of San Fran are something else.
Is it wild?
That near our hotel at Union Square, it was like I could have used Chris with me to battle out. Like, and at one point, crack him if you got him. Tay and I were waiting for an Uber, and this crazy guy was going by. I was like, let's just go wait in the lobby. So we went, like, random hotel lobby we just walked into. This other random dude comes walking up, just starts screaming fuck, and starts booting the wall, like full on.
So are the streets as crazy as everyone says they are?
Like,
was there poop?
Yeah, there we saw
live
shit.
human feces.
Yeah. But East Van's just as bad, and it's probably crazier looking. Yeah. Like if you saw East Van, but
because it looks like Gotham.
But I would say I would say the crazies were scared. They're like the ones, like the crazies that we saw, like I'm not even saying the druggies, but like the mental home, like, you know, they have mental issues, right? It was like, I don't think I'd ever just walk into a hotel in Vancouver and because I was waiting for an Uber. I said to Tay, let's get the fuck in this hotel room while we wait for
Let's go be safe. And inside is fucking Joker. Here, the problem is they do all this filming up in Vancouver because it's cheaper. Well, they still haven't told those extras that are wandering around the streets in the last Joker
to get out of character. They're
guys,
method.
You're done. Okay, they're all method actors.
I got some follow up here. So two things. One, Bandwagon Bob says don't blame Mad because Anth was trying to put the blame on me.
I said I was hanging out with Cowboys Chris, and you were like, "Oh, he doesn't live there yet."
And then Cowboys Chris says, "Cry emoji. I'm still in Denver."
Okay, woo.
I moved to San Francisco next month.
Okay, so you were right.
That's what I need to talk to Anthony about.
Oh, okay, good.
So, but it's still
Chris is like, Anthony, do I do the move or do I not?
Well, I felt bad that I didn't see him. I didn't have my phone wasn't working. So.
Okay, well, it still doesn't. So your phone wasn't working.
Yeah.
But you still haven't called him back.
Well, I didn't even know he called me.
Hey, everybody knew that he called.
Do you know how many missed calls you have when your phone doesn't work for 4 days?
I have no idea.
Well, to let your phone not work for 4 days.
Shout out to our boy Kilo
Chris,
C.
I love you.
And then our boy Kilo C, who just shows up right at the end and says, "What's up, fellas?"
Well, good. Hey, Kilo, you're actually hopefully you come join us again for the Thanksgiving game because we're going to be going to AT&T Stadium and they have these new food options. And what I want to do is we love food. And last year, honestly, the food wasn't like incredible.
Well, realistic. We usually don't eat.
We usually
get drunk and then we don't even go to the food stands.
Hey, I went there, I knocked over. I had to. Oh, God, hang on a second. There's more controversy here. And I left a message, he says. So let's. You not check your voicemail?
No, I don't. I usually don't.
Okay.
It's usually stupid work stuff.
Well, Anthony.
Okay, we're out of it.
Chris can settle that.
Make out.
I'm on no one's side. I'm on both your guys' sides. I'm in both corners of the ring. But
I eat every year at AT&T Stadium, and I know you do too.
I got a shitty little hot dog last year, but I didn't expect it actually tasted good. It was just very small.
Shitty little hot dog that cost $40. I know this because I rebought. Oh no, I bought chicken strips for the people, and after I stepped on their hot dogs.
A few stepped on their food deliberately, though.
Yep.
But let's just go through, and this is the first thing that I just want to show right here. This is what we're starting off with: a pizza fucking burger.
I think
a pizza burger.
I think it looks pretty good.
That looks good. So, skip all this article. We're just going to the photos here, and we're just going to look at what they have.
Is that chips on a burger? Is that Ruffles Buffalo chicken sandwich?
Yeah. So it's got chips with a chicken sandwich to give it a little bit of that.
That's my
sweet spice.
That's the girl to the dance I'm going to ask to.
Okay, well, look, you're picking number one. We have it. There's 22 here. We're gonna go quick.
You went number one. I need to toss me one first, son, please. If we got 22 to go through.
Oh, so now Bob is picking on me. She goes, and your jersey usually wears it.
That's true. That is true.
Baba, mine does for sure.
On the bright side, you only bought those jerseys were only $250 Canadian dollars.
Yeah, fuck me.
Crack 'em if you got them. So
Crack 'em
ads
if you
already
got 'em.
out. Oh my goodness.
That's already out. Are you settling on the
No,
Ruffles?
I'm not going to settle on the Ruffles.
Okay. I mean, you can always come back. Okay.
No, I'm not going to settle on the Ruffles. But the Ruffles buffalo chicken sandwich
Looks good.
I love a buffalo chicken sandwich, regardless where I go. And you add Ruffles chip. Now I'm intrigued.
Kick the tomatoes off. You got me.
What's that Leo quote from Django? You had my attention. Now you have my drink.
This is like pass on this. I'm not.
Pass on this, but it is a
Looks like-
massive sandwich.
I don't know. It looks like there's spam on it.
And it looks like they just took instead. You know how cheese slices. If you ever worked in fast food, cheese slices come in like a stack. It looks like they just rip off 3, and they don't even like.
Yeah, they don't do
separate
individual ones. They just take the chunk.
Not enough. I can already tell. Not enough sauce on this thing.
But
Not
I
enough
will,
sauce,
okay,
for
but I
sure.
will.
Too much salad.
I
too.
do
Yeah.
appreciate the meat to bread ratio. on this
Great
one.
meat to bread ratio, but
Gotta get rid of
boys.
some stuff.
What is it? What's this one called? The Honor,
Club.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Hey, I might have to do it.
Okay.
Now I'm intrigued.
Number 3,
Sour gum candy pizza.
Oops, all berry waffle.
Did a 5-year-old create?
I think we're looking
Jerry
at a
Jones.
5-year-old's creation. This
Jerry
is Jerry
Jones.
Jones, actually.
They 100% will never eat the Oops All Berries waffle. Buffalo chicken empanadas.
Empanadas. I could get
Empanadas?
into these, but it's really going to matter how much of that sauce you get. I want more sauce. I want more sauce.
I'm
But those look good. Buffalo chicken, too.
I'm a sauce.
Next, we have the strawberry
Just
kiwi yogurt
pass.
parfait.
Just pass.
We got the
I'm not a sweets guy. I'm a savory guy at a football game.
Not at a football game.
not at a football game.
Football
Absolutely
game, like
not.
who the fuck wants a Frito Sunday? Not I.
Like that, I could get into this.
But this is vegan
Fuck it.
Tostitos.
Hey, you're
ultimate
gone.
nachos?
Gone.
Yeah,
skip,
fuck
skip,
off.
skip,
We're
skip.
not doing the vegan shit.
How about the tequila lime chicken sandwich?
I mean,
No.
I'm not digging it either.
it's got a nice slice of
Adds
cheese.
Buffalo Ruffles chip sandwich.
It's looking good
it's
right
looking
now.
pretty
Hey,
good right
that's
now.
why. This is the thing. It was the first one there.
Sometimes
wrote
that's
you
right.
in.
And sometimes
it's the best one.
And you shouldn't go for options. You know, sometimes it's just like
They
if
roped
you
you
know
in.
what you
The
want.
problem is, like, where do you get? Okay, is this like
I
a
fuck
Philly
with that.
cheesesteak?
It might be too much bread.
Okay,
It's a lot of bread on the top bun. This is a honey bourbon steak sandwich.
The top bun should have been as big as the bottom bun,
okay.
and then I would have enjoyed that.
You're not wrong. The meat to bun ratio is always a critical thing when you're viewing something. I will say the Philly cheesesteak or whatever cheesesteak sandwich I had not last year
Oh yeah, I
the
remember
year
you
before
talking about that.
was like I think about it to this day.
Yeah, you've talked about it a couple times.
And it could have been that I was maybe drunk and a little bit high, and that's why it was so good. But baby, I want it in my belly. I want it in my belly.
Next, we got the cranberry pecan chicken salad
No,
sandwich.
skip.
I don't mind it.
I don't
honestly.
Really?
Yeah, I like chicken salad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
As a sandwich, though,
I
this
feel like-
is
I-
messy.
Not on
I feel like if you're gonna get food poisoning from anything,
It's that.
the cranberry pecan chicken salad sandwich is your go-to. It's your best chance of getting food poisoning.
Also, real quick, they just kind of threw this together. The pictures aren't great.
no,
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Okay,
Those are
so
not great.
the thing I appreciate.
it's realistic.
It's realistic.
It's realistic.
Okay.
This is what I'm gonna get.
What I don't go back for a second. What I don't appreciate is
There
that
it
they
is.
want to make it look a little bit luscious. So I think they propped the top part of the bun up a bit. Because
Yes.
there's no fucking way that you're gonna have a massive top-loaded bun like that.
You're right.
And the bottom. So I can't. We can't trust these
Yeah.
photos for the meat to bun ratio. I think they're propping them up.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, this looks.
This is what. You
Well,
get.
I'm definitely-
the
It's
pizza
a,
burger.
It's a fucking pizza burger.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying that. but
I
I'm-
mean, it might not be the best thing on the menu, but I think for us, the amount of drinking we do,
Oh yeah,
this is probably our best. Except we might get heartburn by the second half.
definitely. But you
that's
know what?
Tums are for.
You had me at pizza, and then you had me again at burger.
How
Yeah,
much
'cause-
they should put the prices. That's probably 20
Because
bucks.
we
It's
all
$20.
love pizza.
That looks pretty good.
We all love pizza, and then you add some more protein in there. It's a big one. This is
Exactly.
another honor club,
I like that.
which I don't
This
know.
looks good.
That looks all right.
Wait a second. The other one was called the honor club as well. So
I know.
is this wrong?
I mean, it might be where you buy them.
Okay.
That's true. Yeah, this is
Which looks like we can't buy that then.
this one looks just like a nice sandwich. Good amount of cheese, bacon on top.
This one looks better
Lots
than
of
that
bun.
Philly cheesesteak.
That
Bacon.
looks the best so far. What the?
The Wagyu truffle burger. Wow, now that's expensive.
That's out of our price range.
That's a fucking $50 meal.
And I don't think they probably aren't selling that in the nosebleeds.
No, this is box seats.
That's box seats. Yeah, I'm having a feeling.
Club seats
I'm having a feeling us three ain't walking up and being able to purchase a Wagyu truffle burger.
No, you go down and ask for that. They're like, "What are you?" Listen, you're in the slums.
Yeah, get up there.
You're in the slums.
Get up there, enjoy your Ruffles.
Take your Ruffles chicken burger and get the fuck out of here.
Take your pizza burger and get the fuck out of here.
You poor bastard. Gross.
Steak fajita wrap looks
like a
okay.
Yep. Yep. Looks like a messy
Okay, I will say this though: if you were to look at anything on a menu without seeing that god awful picture, steak fajita wrap.
Yeah, I'm out.
Steak fajita wrap. If you saw it up on top.
No, I'm out. I would never order a steak fajita wrap ever in a million years.
Weird.
Or a buffalo chicken salad.
Buffalo chicken.
I mean, at a football game.
Yeah, AJ's looking like he's gonna order this.
No, AJ's looking ripped, but you need carbs. You need carbs. If you've been tailgating all day, and usually when we tailgate, most of the time we aren't eating. We're just heavily cracking them, shotgunning them, meeting fans, talking. By the time we get into the game, we need something carb heavy.
This is why the pizza burger comes into play.
Pizza burger is probably our best bet. None of us are eating the buffalo.
Buffalo ruffle chips.
Buffalo ruffle chips. Buffalo chicken salad. They get next. We ain't eating
Market-berry chicken salad not having it. The churro waffle, which looks delicious, but you're not
at a football game.
Not at a football game.
Looks good, just not at a football game. Okay.
Buffalo chicken and bacon flatbread.
See, I think a couple of these.
I like that.
I think a couple of these would be hit the spot a little bit.
Yeah, over the pizza burger.
Then we got the quattro formaggio flatbread.
Same thing. I think this is something that's going to soak up some booze in you.
That's just 4 cheese.
Hey, not over the pizza burger. Right now, the pizza burger and
and this sausage and red pepper.
That looks good.
That looks pretty good. Yeah. Protein to carbohydrate ratio is nice.
So they got a flatbed series and then the Rowdy Cup.
Go back.
Yep.
What are we supposed to do? Suck Rowdy's dick? Like, what is this?
Yeah, this looks
we're supposed
pretty.
to eat this?
Rowdy looks like he is about. Rowdy does look like he's about to say. Now, if you want better tickets, and then he pulls his pants down,
Rowdy, you have to stop doing that to people. 100% want a Rowdy Cup though. For the
you know what? Hey, let me buy 4 drinks instead of 2 at one time, and I'll be drunk enough that I'm gonna buy that.
So guys, that's all the food.
That's all the
Ad's first spot was.
You were right. You were
wrong.
That's on my top 3. The next one is the pizza burger, and then finally. Just because we ragged on it, I'm thinking chicken salad.
You're doing it.
Are you doing?
He's gonna.
No. I'm doing pizza burger.
Oh yeah, I think pizza burger is the
guys, I'm gonna put it this way. I think this might be the year that I'll get something at the start and then mid game.
It's just there's so much time waiting.
I need to try that pizza burger and I need that buffalo ruffle chip sandwich.
Hey, how about this? Into the last
Cut
game.
it in half.
Last game we didn't even make it to our seats. The game had started by the time we got to our seats. Our time management is
time management is poor. That needs to increase. I think we do this. We each will buy one of them.
Oh, nice. I like that.
And then we'll do a 3 by.
Okay,
we'll third it.
No chicken salad sandwich.
No chicken salad. No. We're doing pizza burger.
Okay.
Ruffalo.
The Mark Ruffalo
sandwich. Yeah. Okay.
And then we'll pick our third one.
I think that third one was that second honor club.
The second honor club.
The bacon cheese, not the Wagyu truffle.
No, the honor club one.
Like cheese and steak kind of sandwich.
Yeah, the honor club one.
Those will be the 3 that we're getting. Let's do a live review at halftime.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Hey everybody, we're here at AT&T Stadium. We're trying all the eats and treats.
Eats and treats.
Now I feel like we have to have a fucking churro fucking waffle.
Yeah, we might have to get we might have to get one dessert and
one dessert.
Cut it into 3.
Yeah, but not an ice cream one.
That was fun. Hey, that was a fun little exercise to go into to see all the foods we aren't going to look at and just end up getting wasted.
Yeah, exactly.
And then eating gas station food at 9 p.m.
Which I don't even remember eating afterwards.
I know you guys don't. I know you don't.
That same gas station that's full and the bathroom is disgusting.
It's gross. I usually and I sneak off into one of the parking lots and just piss over there because the bathroom's disgusting at that parking lot. Guys, we will be live. Well, AJ will be live this
I'll be here
Saturday, 1 p.m. How early are you going to go, AJ? A half hour before?
Yeah, 12:30.
So you give the shout out.
That's an hour before,
you're the guy. No, the game's at 1. Or maybe it is 1:30, Ad. You might be right. But AJ gives the shout out because he's the one going to be right in the ship.
I'll see you guys half an hour before the game kicks off on this Saturday, is it?
It's this Saturday.
This Saturday, Dallas Cowboys versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Final preseason week 3 game.
Blake Corum plays for them.
And if you all know, let's go back to the Eagles. If you know an Eagles fan out there who's just kind of mulling around, talking shit,
Mulling around, looking
at you, probably smelling your seat after you get up, you just go ahead and you tell them to go fuck themselves.
Because we hate the Eagles, son.
Fuck the Eagles.
All day,
the
all
Eagles.
long. We'll put a churro pizza sandwich up in their face, bitch.
Eat my churro.
Eat my churro, bitch.
Oh, thought that was a hard out, but hey,
We're still rapping. Boosh.
yeah. Okay, we're out.